The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Here's a breakaway opportunity. Battling and driving a penalty kill. The shot and goal! Battling his way through and backhanding it in is Leon Tamula. And
now that's Martinez. Oh, alley-oop to start it off! Martinez, the gunner, Swanson for the Don.
Nice ball in towards Kamai. Kamai able to set us down. Kamai beating the keeper. Shot on the way, and Kamai scores.
Yellow Jackets looking to continue that run here, and a nice kick by Kennedy Pilgrim to keep that volley going. And a block at the net.
Of the 6, Knoll drives one into left center field, hit well and deep, and a diving catch in left center field. A heck of a grab. Jordan Leininger took extra bases away and 2 down.
Hackle fires right side to plate. The hook and ladder.
hey.
Richter. Joe Steve. He could go. Richter. House. Touchdown Jackets. Levi Richter on the Yellow Jackets lead with 13.8 seconds to go.
Guler has it. 3 seconds to go. Guler with the ball. 1 second at the buzzer. It's in! And the Pelican Rapids Vikings on a shot. And Matty Guler go to the state tournament undefeated at 29-0.
Things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, it is a chilly Tuesday evening here as we get ready to kick off the postseason in Minnesota State High School League football. And we're here in Park Rapids, Minnesota for this 8AA quarterfinal round matchup here between the visiting Hawley Nuggets and the home team on the scoreboard, the Park Rapids Area Panthers. And we thank you so much for tuning in. And we thank our sponsors for making this possible, because if it wasn't for the sponsors, there's absolutely no way we'd be at this game today. So thank you so much. Barnesville, of course, had the first round bye, so they automatically advanced to the semifinals, and they will have. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bracket here. Barnesville did not get a first round bye. They play Crookston tonight, so my apologies on that. And then other games tonight, we'll have Frazee at home taking on War Road. That's a 4-5 matchup. The Barnesville Crookston is a 1-8 matchup, and then. Pelican Rapids is at home tonight hosting Roseau. That's a 2-7 matchup. And then we have the 3-6 matchup here between the Park Rapids Area Panthers and the Hawley Nuggets. We'll see how these two teams stack up on paper, presented to you by Minnesota Scores. And there you go. The Park Rapids Area Panthers coming in with an overall record of 5-3. They are 2-2 when playing at home, while the Nuggets are 3-5 overall, and they are 1-3 when playing on the road. Their one win on the road was at Roseau back on September 14th, when they would pick up a 34-14 victory over the Rams. That was their lone win on the road. The other 3 road losses, one at Perham to open up the season, 24-0 as the Yellow Jackets would blank the Nuggets. And then they would fall 54-6 to Barnesville. And then a 19-18 loss on the road against War Road. So those are the 3 road losses the 3 road losses for the Hawley Nuggets. The Park Rapids Area Panthers, as I mentioned, 5-3. Against section opponents, they're 5-2. Their QRF average is 42.4. That ranks them 23 out of 55 teams in Class AA and 157 out of 350 across the state. In their last 5 games, they are 3-2, while the Nuggets are just 1-4 with a QRF average of 28.4, and they are ranked 34 out of 55 in the class and 230 in the state. That's how these two teams match up on paper. Presented to you by MinnesotaScores.net, home of the QRF. Go to their website, Minnesota-Scores.net, and you can basically get anything your heart desires. Standings, scores, schedules, you want it. They got it. It's like a 99.8% success rate is, I think, the last stat I saw on their website. So, and those other games that I talked about, if we get score updates from them, we'll certainly pass those scores along to you as well throughout our broadcast here. We're going to take a timeout, thank a few of our sponsors, come back with more in a little bit here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right, welcome back. You can find us online on our Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Threads as well. And you see all the handles there. You can also visit our website at magnitudesn.com. And if you visit that website, click on the schedule button, you'll come to this schedule right here, and you can see that what we got coming up here for you. We'll have some. The Section 8 volleyball is pending on if who makes the quarterfinals. And then Saturday we'll have a pair of football games for you. It'll be the Perham Yellow Jackets at home. They'll face the winner of East Grand Forks and Thief River Falls. And then also next Saturday we'll be in Glendon for the DGF Rebels hosting Morris Area Chicago or Fergus Falls. The winner of that game will travel to Glendon to take on the Rebels. And then depending on who advances from Saturday, we may have some action for you on Friday, November 3rd from the Fargo Dome. And depending on what happens in the previous rounds of the volleyball tournament, we may have a section volleyball championship game for you as well. And as you can see, our winter schedule is coming together. Our first game will be girls basketball on November 28th as the Perham Yellow Jackets will take on the Henning Hornets. And then we'll travel to DGF to see the Yellow Jackets again, this time on the road, taking on the Rebels. And you can see the rest of that schedule by going to our website. Once again, that is magnitudesn.com. You can get the full schedule all the way through the entire winter sports season. We do have a few more games to add yet, but it is mostly there. I'd say it's about 78% complete right there. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with your keys to the game here. It's the Hawley Nuggets and the Park Rapids area Panthers are about 13 minutes away from, maybe 15 minutes away from the opening kickoff, 13 minutes away from the national anthem and all that good stuff. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
Here's a look at what needs to be done to win this game.
All right, your keys to the game brought to you by Racer Construction. I'll start with the visiting Hawley Nuggets and basically attack that Panther defense in the middle of the field. We've seen it all season. When the opponents do score points on the Panthers, it usually comes down a run down the middle or the pass over the middle. And normally you would think that passing over the middle would be something you want to avoid, but in this particular case, it seems to have worked for opponents in previous games against the Panthers. So if the Hawley Nuggets can do that quickly, then they might get a leg up on this game here early. And then they got to set the tone in the first quarter. Last time these two teams met, it was the Panthers winning by 3, 30-27. And a game played on September 29th in Hawley, and that game was pretty back and forth. So the Nuggets will maybe want to look back at that game and say, hey, we can do this a little bit better, and we can do this a little bit better, and that will prevent us from giving up those 3 extra points that we need so we don't lose this game here and have our season come to an end. So those are a couple of the keys to the game here for the Hawley Nuggets. And for the Park Rapids area Panthers, mix the pass into the run game. If they can get that run game started and then get that Hawley defense guessing, you can bet. You can bet anything you want to bet, a slice of pizza. I got to be careful with my wording on that in the postseason. That they can get their pass game going down the middle, down the sidelines. They'd like to throw it down the sidelines and get those 30, 40-yard passes for first downs, or in some instances touchdowns as well. And another thing the Panthers are going to need to do to ensure the win today is they need to get ahead early. They have a tendency in some of their games to play catch-up. And when they have to play catch-up, that could be bad news. And that's one thing that they're going to want to avoid. So they're going to want to not necessarily score first, but they definitely don't want to get down by like 2 possessions. That could spell trouble, but we'll see. This should be a good matchup here. Once again, the winner of this one will move on to play the winner of Pelican Rapids and Roseau. If that winner is Pelican Rapids, then the winner of this game would travel to Pelican Rapids to play the Vikings. If the winner of that game is Roseau, then the Rams would travel to either here at Vern Weekly Field in Park Rapids, or they would travel to Hawley to take on the Nuggets, depending on who wins this game. So the winner of this game will have a home game if it's Roseau. The winner of this game will have a road game if they got to go to Pelican Rapids. Let's look at your keys to the game. Once again, we're about 10 minutes away from the opening kickoff. Let's take another break, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf and Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right, welcome back to Vern Weekly Field here in Park Rapids, Minnesota. It's the quarterfinal round of the 2023 Section 8 AA football tournament, and we got the 3 versus 6 matchup here with the Park Rapids area Panthers ranked 3 and the Hawley Nuggets ranked number 6. Once again, other matchups happening tonight include the Frazee Hornets at home against the War Road Warriors. The winner of that game will play the winner of Barnesville, who's hosting Crookston tonight. And then once again, the winner of this game will either go on the road to Pelican Rapids or they'll go home to host Roseau. One of those 2 scenarios would occur depending on who wins that Pelican Rapids-Roseau game. So Best of luck to all 8 teams. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all 8 teams. I had to count them up there for a little bit. And a special best of luck to the Park Rapids Panthers and the Hawley Nuggets here tonight on Magnitude Sports. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. And we have about 5 minutes to go. Let's take a look at what these 2 teams have done so far this season. And now that the regular season is complete, the Hawley Nuggets would start their season with a loss to end the road at Ted Minover Field in Perham, as the Yellow Jackets would take care of business 24-0. But then the Nuggets would bounce back with a pair of wins, 19-6 over the Frazee Hornets and 34-14 on the road at the Roseau Rams, before dropping 4 in a row, starting with a 54-6 loss on the road in Barnesville. They would go home and play Park Rapids and fall in that game 30-27. And then they would fall against Pelican Rapids 14-13. And then they would go to War Road and fall 19-18. So even though they lost 4 in a row, 3 of those games were a combined point loss of 7 points. Lost by 3, lost by 1, and lost by 4. Did I do that right? 8 points. So there we go. I would have got a D in math if my math teacher was watching right now. But and then they would finish the season with a 22-14 win over Crookston back on just a little over a week, or just a little under a week ago, on Wednesday, October 18th, to bring them into this quarterfinal round matchup here with the Park Rapids area Panthers. For the Panthers, 5-3 overall, 5-2 in section, 2-2 and playing here at home. They would start their season with a 42-28 loss on the road against the Fergus Falls Otters, an 8 AAA opponent, and then the rest of their season would feature 8 AA opponents, including a 35-7 win on the road in Crookston, a 49-13 win here at home over War Road, a 33-0 win over Roseau here at home. Then, as I mentioned earlier, they'd go to Hawley and win 30-27, and then they'd come back home and get blanked by the Barnesville Trojans 52-0. And then a 43-36 bounce-back win on the road over the Frazee Hornets. And then they would fall this past Wednesday, 44-19 to the Pelican Rapids Vikings, bringing them into today's matchup against the Hawley Nuggets here in the quarterfinal round of the 2023 Section 8 AA football tournament. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got about 5 minutes before the opening kickoff, and we'll be taking another break and be back with more right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
At Great Clips, we use online check-in to help NHL player Jack Hughes achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details, so he's always confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Cale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
I have 3 amazing kids, and it can be a bit complicated.
All right, you guys, you ready?
But there's nothing else like it in the world.
Bye, honey.
Traveling with kids is on another level.
Yay, let's go.
I appreciate all the extra help I can get when we fly.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm honored to get every passenger to their destination.
I'm so grateful that I've been able to fly with my 3 young kids.
At Frontier, we get it. We're flyers too, and we believe the sky is for everyone.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
All right, welcome back to Vern Weekly Field here in Park Rapids, Minnesota. We're at about 30 seconds before they start announcing things. Let's quickly take a look at some of the names you will hear the most here. Starting with the Hawley Nuggets, your starting quarterback is going to be number 7, Noah Nelson. And then behind him, we find Jack Ames and Lucas Skank as the running backs. And then the wideouts would be Levi Lelm, Zach Liebach, and Brevin Stoa. And I want to thank the Hawley radio guy for helping out with some of those names. For the Park Rapids area Panthers, your starting quarterback is going to be Noah Morris. Some of the other people that you'll hear more often tonight, most likely, will be the wide receiver Blake Morris, the wide receivers Matt Johanning and Ryan Carroll, and then Jaden Wallen will be one of the ball carriers, along with maybe a couple others, but that's probably the name you'll hear the most tonight here for the Park Rapids area Panthers.
As they take on your very own Park Rapids Panthers.
We will break for the national anthem, and then when we return, we'll have that opening kickoff for you here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
I have 3 amazing kids, and it can be a bit complicated.
All right, you guys, you ready?
But there's nothing else like it in the world.
Bye, honey.
Traveling with kids is on another level.
Yay, let's go.
I appreciate all the extra help I can get when we fly.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm honored to get every passenger to their destination.
I'm so grateful that I've been able to fly with my 3 young kids.
At Frontier, we get it. We're Flyers too, and we believe the sky is for everyone.
All right, welcome back. About to introduce the visitors, the Hawley Nuggets.
Starting at left tackle, a senior, number 60, Sam Cluck. At left guard, a senior, number 76, Alex Paulson. At center, senior, number 78, Caden Kabachik. At right guard, senior, number 51, Colin Larson. At right tackle, junior, number 66, Blake Donner. At quarterback, junior, number 7, Noah Nelson. At running back, senior, number 10, Lucas Skank. At halfback, junior, number 22, Jack Ames. In the slot back, junior, number 14, Levi Lelm. At split end, senior, number 1, Brevin Stoa. And a flanker, junior, number 2, Zach Lebach. The Nuggets are coached by Peter Nance, Aaron Haugen, Jim Peterson, Nick Bertram, Zion Smith, and Dave Ames. Put your hands together for the home team in black, the 2023 Park Rapids Panthers. Panthers are coached by Jeremy Nordic, Jesse Bourgeau, Kevin Murphy, Josh Papanda, Jeff Sanford, Wyatt Sanford, and Randy Thompson. Let's play football. Panthers will be kicking off the exciting game. Back beat the Nuggets. Number 10, Victor Smith. And number 13, Winter Dixon.
All right, getting ready to rock here. 12 minutes on the clock. Hawley Nuggets will receive the opening kickoff. And the 8AA quarterfinal is on the way. Ball is received there at about just inside the 15, and he will be able to bring it back to close to that 20-yard line, and that's where the Hawley Nuggets will get their first possession of the game here as they take 5 seconds off the clock.
The Nuggets will start first and 10, just inside their own 20-yard line. Noah Nelson's first pass is complete. Gain of 1 on the play. Brings up second down and 9. And off to number 10, Lucas Skink. He picks up a Nugget first down before he's tackled by number 6, Parker Hunter. Nuggets have it 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Again to Lucas Skink. Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 5. Tackled by Parker Hunter.
All right, just trying to fix some things in the background there, Paul. Apparently our timeouts are not going to work on our scoreboard, but everything else is going to, so that's okay. I can verbally tell you how many timeouts are left. That won't be too hard to do. 2nd and 5, ball at the 41-yard line. And they'll hand it off, and he gets tripped up immediately. Maybe gets a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and we'll call it 3rd down and 5, or maybe 3rd down and a long 4 as we sneak inside. 10 minutes to go here. First down markers at the 46-yard line, so it's, like I said, a 3rd and a long 5. And that's going to bring up 4th down. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So the Nuggets will send in their punt unit, and the Nuggets will punt for the first time tonight on their first possession. That kick is away. And it'll take a Park Rapids bounce as it's collected there by Hawley's Grady Hines.
Punt is down at the 36-yard line by number 41, Grady Hines. Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
Noah Morris, the quarterback, working out of the shotgun here for the Panthers. And he'll drop back, and as he's pressured, he'll fire it down the middle, and he'll overthrow his intended receiver, which was Ryan Carroll. But there is a flag, and it's on Park Rapids, so they'll back him up, and that incomplete pass will be taken out of the books. And as a result, he's still 0 for 0 passing. So 1st and 20. Looking for that screen pass, and now he'll fire opposite side, and he overthrew his receiver. That was Blake Morris, who was the intended receiver there for the Panthers, and it quickly brings up 3rd and very long, 3rd and 20. I'm sorry, no, 2nd and 20 because the penalty didn't cancel out the down. It just canceled out some yardage. So 2nd and 20, my apologies on that. Ball is on the 27-yard line right now. Clock stopped at 8:39 to go. Once again, Hawley had the ball once, and they punted. And now we're at 2nd and 20 here. We'll see what the Panthers can do to get some of those yards back. And it's going to be, was it intercepted? No, it was not. Oh, it was intercepted. Okay. I didn't see the ball in his hands, but it's Brevin Stoa who picked it off, and so that'll be a turnover. And Hawley will get the ball on the Panthers side of the field with 8:34 to go here in the first quarter of play. Play clock winding down, 20-19 and counting. And he's looking to pass, and just through the fingertips. It was on the money there, but stretching out to trying to make the catch there for the Hawley Nuggets was Levi Laum. And that'll result in a 2nd and 10, stopping the clock with 8:29 to go here. Once again, ball on the 47 of the Panthers side of the field. 0-0 here on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Also want to say thanks to Racer Construction and True North Mechanical, bringing you coverage of this playoff game here between the Panthers and the Nuggets. Once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of Pelican Rapids and Roseau. And if we get score updates from that game, we'll pass them along to you. There's a pass that's completed to the outside. Looks like it was caught there by Zach Liebach. Oh, I'm sorry, it was incomplete. My apologies there. The intended receiver was Liebach in that scenario. Oh, the PA announcer said it was incomplete, and it turns out it was complete, so my original call on the play was correct. At least I could have swore I heard him say incomplete. Maybe he didn't. Maybe I'm hearing things. 3rd down and 3. Neither team has accumulated a first down yet. Hawley has a chance to do that right now. See if the Panther defense can step up here and hold them on a 3rd and 3. They'll hand it off. They'll try to go down the middle, and that's going to be close. I think he's going to be short by about a yard, maybe 2 yards. Looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. Okay, they're going to call it 4th and 2. Yep. 4th and a long one, just shy of 4th and 2, as I look at the stick there. So 4th and 1, and Hawley's going to go for it, or at least that's what they're showing. And the quarterback sneak, and that will be enough for a first down. Nice job there by Noah Nelson, and the Hawley Nuggets pick up a first down.
And he picked up a Nugget first down. Wrigley Clark on the tackle that time for Panthers.
So I'll bring up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that one will be handed off there. That is Lucas Skank on the carry. And he's going to lose a yard on that one, maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Lucas Skank on the carry for the Nuggets. Loss of 2. Andy Johanny making the tackle for the Panthers. Nuggets have it 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
So we're still scoreless here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Hawley Nuggets with a pair of first downs on this drive. And he's looking for that pitch option, and he will pitch it out there. And taking it up is Lucas Skank once again. He'll pick up about 4 or 5. Bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 or 7 probably. We'll see where they spot the ball at. Okay, they're going to give him a 3rd and 4 with that pickup of 6. I don't know how a gain of 6 on 2nd and 12 results in 3rd and 4. He must have gained more than 6 yards, but what you see on your screen there is correct. 3rd and 4. Nelson drops back, and then he takes himself, and he tries to spin out of a group tackle there by the Panthers. He's able to pick up a yard or 2, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he didn't get the extra yard like I thought. No, they're saying no gain. So 4th down and 5. So loss of 1 on the play. It looked like he gained a couple initially, but they did not award him that forward progress. Trying to hold the camera steady here as the Panther fans cheer on their defense. And tumbling forward there on the run is Levi Lelm. And that will be short of a first down. That will be a turnover on downs. All right, so Noah Morris will work out of the shotgun here, and he'll hand it off. And taking it up to the 40-yard line there for the Panthers is Jaden Wallen.
Tackled by number 41, Brady Hines. Gain of 8 on the play brings up 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers.
2nd and 2 as they give him 8. Inside 4 minutes to go now here in the first quarter of play. So Morris will work out of the shotgun again with 3 receivers set and a handoff up the middle. And Wallen on the carry once again. Gets it up to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5, bring up a first down for the Panthers.
Panthers have it 1st and 10, just inside the 45-yard line.
So 3 receivers set, and they'll hand it off. It's the same play, and Wallen doesn't get anywhere. He gets brought down immediately. Zach Liebach, one of the Hawley Nuggets, who had a majority of that tackle, helped out by a couple other teammates, but he had most of it. So a loss here for the Panthers on first down. We'll bring up 2nd down and 13, put the ball on the 41-yard line. They'll send Johanning in motion. Now he'll circle around back to the side he started on. Morris looks like he's going to keep it himself, and he's able to escape some tacklers. He has 1 man to beat, and he finally gets dragged down over the 40-yard line, close to the 39. Looks like they went out of bounds at about the 42. So not quite across the 40, as they're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So that'll be a first down for the Panthers.
Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the Nuggets 42-yard line.
As the clock approaches 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Still no score on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Ooh, it almost looked like Hawley jumped there, but no flag, and the play will continue. And getting wrapped up just in front of the 30-yard line there is Wallen. That'll be a first down for the Panthers.
Picks up another Panther first down. Panthers have it 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line of the Nuggets.
Clock inside 2 minutes now at 1:55 and counting. Turn down my microphone a little bit there. I apologize. it seemed a little hot in my headset, so I'm assuming it was the same way at home for you.
Cuts back up the middle. Tackled by number 64, Blake Biggers. Gain of 2 on the play. Panthers have it 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line.
So just inside a minute to go now here. Panthers making a move down the field here as we go inside 1 minute of play, and he's going to go for that far corner, and it's caught, and then it was dropped. And is it going to be complete or incomplete? The referee comes in and says it's incomplete. He didn't carry the process of the catch all the way to the ground, and the Panthers almost strike there on a pass. He was trying to connect with Matt Johanning on that one, the incomplete pass of an attempted 28 yards. We'll stop the clock with 42.4 seconds to go here and bring up 3rd down and 8 from the 28-yard line. So we'll see if they go with a play similar to that one. Some nice defensive coverage there by the Nuggets to prevent that one, and now we are going to have a timeout taken by the Panthers. So we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right, 42.4 seconds to go. 3rd down and 8 after an incomplete pass. And now Morris will take it himself. And he maybe gets a yard. So that will see if they try to get another playoff or not here with about 20 seconds remaining. It's 4th down and 5. And Morris will come in from the sideline with a play. 10 seconds to go. See if they get this play off or not here before the end of the first. And they do. They're looking to pass, going to the end zone, and it is through the fingertips. Is there a flag on the play? No, there is not. That'll be a turnover on downs, and that will be the final play of the first quarter, and Hawley Nuggets will get the ball at the 25-yard line to start the second quarter of play. It's 0-0 on your Wolf Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Let's take a break, bring you back for that second quarter in 60 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned, coming right back.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorth.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
At Great Clips, we use online check-in to help NHL player Jack Hughes achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter. And we're still 0-0 here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Both teams have turned it over on down. Well, I take that back. Hawley's turned it over on downs once. Panthers have done the same thing, but twice. Low snap, and now they'll try for that far sideline, and it's he had it for a moment, then he bobbled it and dropped it, and that's Brevin Stoa, the intended receiver. Seems like the passes have been hard to catch here. Once again, it is a little bit chilly. I haven't checked the temperature recently, but last time I did check, it was 50 degrees. That was about an hour ago, so I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we're in the mid to upper 40s right now. I'll see if I can check that here as soon as I have an opportunity to do so. My hands are full with the camera work at the moment. So they got the 3 receivers set with 1 man in the backfield, and Nelson works out of the shotgun, and he will get the pass completed there. That is Liebach, and Liebach will go to the outside, and he'll be dragged down just over the 40, close to the 37-yard line. A big play for the Nuggets, probably the biggest play of the game for either team at the moment, and that's a first down for the Nuggets. Oh, according to the weather, we are at 50 degrees right now, so. Oh, there's a flag on the play, so maybe no first down. I didn't see the flag until just a moment ago. So what was the biggest play of the game for the Nuggets has now been taken out of the books, and no team has really had a big play yet. So 2nd and 20 now as the ball's all the way back at the 25-yard line. Or at the 15-yard line, excuse me. Low snap, picked up by Nelson. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down by Blake Morse. And assisting on that tackle there was Carroll, I believe. And they'll look to pass again. And that sideline pass is no good. Incomplete. Once again, Brevin Stoa, the intended receiver there. So 4th down and 15. This might be a good time to bring out that Hawley punt unit. As they probably don't want to go for it here this deep on their own end of the field. So partly cloudy and 50 according to the iPhone National Weather Service weather app. So that punt looked like it was partially blocked, but it'll eventually roll out of bounds. It wasn't blocked, because if it was blocked, it wouldn't have gotten that far. But they'll mark it at the 46, and that's where the Panthers will take over. So the Panthers had a big play taken away by a flag. And now the Nuggets have had a big play taken away by a flag as well. Just a hair outside 10.5 to go here in the second quarter. Morse will hand it off. And that's Wallen, and he gets stopped at the 50. And that's about where they'll place the ball there. There's another handoff. And Wallen will take that one up for a gain of about 4 yards.
Tackled by Blake Donner. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Panthers.
So 3rd and 2. We said in our keys to the game that one of these teams, we kind of alluded that both these teams need to get a quick start. Neither team has gotten really a start yet. We'll see if that changes here in the second quarter or not. There's another first down for the Panthers. Nice carry there by Wallen. So they'll stop the clock momentarily so the chain gang can move the chains, and now they'll start the clock again. And I believe that snap was bobbled, and Morris fell on it. So with the loss, the bad snap and the recovered fumble, they get back to about the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. He'll fake the handoff. He's looking to throw. He avoids some pressure as he rolls out to his right, and he will get rid of it. Now, I do not see a flag. I also didn't see a receiver in the area, but he does get rid of it. No flag on the play, so no intentional grounding. That was kind of maybe my thought. So 3rd and 10, and the Panthers' offense is stalled here at the moment on the 39-yard line on the Hawley Nuggets side of the field. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think either team has seen the red zone so far here in this contest. All the play has happened inside the 220-yard lines. Panthers got the ball to the 28 on their last possession. I think that's as close as they got. And that one is unable to be caught. Intended receiver is Blake Morris. And that's broken up there by a trio of Hawley Nuggets. So 4th down and 10 now, and the Panthers will send in their punt team. Nuggets have a guy back on their own 14, and it's a fake punt. And it's into the hands of Aiden Manham. And he gets up to the 10-yard line on a fake punt. And it is a first down for the Panthers. That is the biggest play of the game so far. So a little bit of trickery there. And the Panthers capitalize on that trickery. So the clock starts rolling again as they set the chains. 7:40 and counting. And this is 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. It's the closest either team has been to the end zone all night. Morris looks to pass, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. That is a 13-yard toss to Matt Johanning. And the Panthers are the first one to strike here in this AA quarterfinal round matchup. So most of the season they've been going for extra points, but recently they've been trying for 2. Looks like they're lining up for the extra point here. So Jaden Wallen will set for the kick here. And the kick is up, and it appears to be good, and it is good. And that's one more for the Panthers. 7-0 now. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. It's 7-0 on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Well, maybe we'll not take a timeout.
Number 13, Lincoln Midthun, and number 10, Lucas Campbell. Kicking off for the Panthers, number 9, Jaden Wallen.
I believe that was stolen. Oh, no, there was a 3 behind that one. It was Lincoln Midtune on the return there for the Nuggets, and he'll bring it up to the 28-yard line, I believe, and that'll be 1st and 10. So it's 7-0 Panthers here on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard as they connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass from Noah Morris to Matt Johanning. Extra point's good, and that's where we sit. 7-0 Panthers. Nuggets need to respond here. Both teams have had trouble moving the ball, and there's a nice carry. With the ball there is Lucas Skank, and he's going to cut to the outside, and he gets pancaked just close to that 45-yard line. Nice return, but he paid the price for that one on a chilly Tuesday night. Nelson will hand it off. They try and go up the middle, and he's able to pick up a few yards on that play. On the carry there for the Nuggets was Grady Hines.
Stand up for number 41, Grady Hines. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Nuggets. Tackle by number 6, Parker Hunter. And Wrigley Clark. Ball's on the 43-yard line.
2nd and 9 from the 43 as we approach 6 minutes to play. Nelson working out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looking to pass. He's looking near side, and that one's going to be underthrown. The intended receiver there was Zach Liebach. So 3rd down and 9 now. As a result of that incomplete pass, stops the clock with 5:55 to go here in the 2nd quarter of play. So Nelson will work out of the shotgun again. And he'll pass. This time he goes to the opposite side. And that one, nice catch there. Was that Stoa? It was. Brevin Stoa with the completion right around that 30-yard line. Looks like they'll push it right inside the 30 at the 29. So that's a pickup of 13 on the play. Check that. Pickup of 14 on the play. And that handoff is brought down right away. He'll lose a couple on that play for sure. 2nd down, we'll call it about 13, maybe 14, depending on where they spot it. So 2nd and 14 is what they'll put on the scoreboard as we close in on 5 minutes to go. Once again, a 13-yard pass from Noah Morris to Matt Johanning accounts for the score in this game. So the Nuggets will get some free yards here on the encroachment penalty on Park Rapids. Now they'll restart the clock at 4:47 and counting. Or they'll start the play clock and not the game clock, I guess. And that time the handoff will be successful. He'll get around the edge and he will get to and pass. And he dives for the pylon, and what's the call? I think he's going to be short. So the Hawley Nuggets are knocking on the door. They're going to have the ball right around the 1 yard line. Oh, actually, I guess it's going to be closer to the 5. They're saying he stepped out of bounds as he dived for that pylon. But still, great play there. And now the Nuggets have a chance to tie this thing up, or at least pull within 1. Here, we'll see if the Panthers defense can stand here on the first trip for the Nuggets, second trip overall for both teams combined into the red zone. Handoff, and he's into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run. So the Nuggets are going to go for the extra point and try and tie this one up. Don't use the points button because for some reason it's giving them more points than they earn. So I don't know why. But so stop using those buttons. And that one's up, and that's through right down the middle. That's good, and we're knotted up at 7. So a 5-yard touchdown run for the Nuggets plus the extra point ties us up at 7 with 4:19 to go here in the second quarter of play. We got time for one moment. One. You know what I'm trying to say. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorth.mech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Welcome back. Second quarter of play. We have 4:19 on the clock. And that one's taken right at the 20-yard line. And up the middle, and he gets a nice return up to midfield. They'll place the ball right at the 50-yard line, right at midfield.
Jaden Wallen trying to get it on the right side. Hit by number 22, Jack A. After a gain of 2, brings up second down and 8 for the Panthers.
.335 to go and counting. Morris will roll out. He's looking to throw, and he'll get rid of it, and it's tipped, and it was originally tipped by Brevin Stoa, and it was Levi Lelm, who, if he stood 6'2" instead of 6'1", who may have had an interception there. Should have had one more bowl of Wheaties about a year ago. 3:20 to go now here. 7-7 ball game. Panthers send almost everybody out except for one. I believe that's Johanning in the backfield. And Morris looks to throw, and he's looking deep down the far sideline, and I believe Johanning might have it. They're kind of wrestling for it. No signal yet. Ryan Carroll is going to have a completed pass, and that one's going to be all the way down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of approximately 38 yards on the play. And a first down for the Panthers.
It'll be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So the Panthers starting to move the ball down the field. So the QB keeper doesn't get much accomplished on that play. Probably lost a yard. Yep, and he did lose a yard. So second down, it'll be, let's see here. Well, they can get a first down officially at about the half-yard line. So they can get a first down without scoring here. If the Hawley defense can stop them just at the right moment. Morris is in the shotgun, and now we have a timeout taken by Park Rapids. We'll see if we can take a timeout as well. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers. Welcome back. Second quarter of play. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go here. It is second down and 11. The Panthers can get a first down with no touchdown if they can get it inside the 1 yard line without scoring. Wallen will pick up, let's see here, picks up about 4 or 5 on that play. Bring up third down and 3rd and 6. So the ball's on the 9 yard line now. He'll fake the pass, and he'll keep it himself, and Morris gets, I think, just inside the 5, right around that 4-yard line. So number 4 takes it to the 4-yard line. Inside a minute to go now here. Play clock has 5 seconds on it. And now Park Rapids will take a timeout. And if we're lucky, so will we. 7-7 here with the Panthers threatening to add more. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
All right, welcome back. 4th and 2. Morris will keep it himself, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Panthers take a 13-7 lead with 16.7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So they scored early in the second quarter, and now they score late in the second quarter with the Nuggets getting their points in between in about the middle of the second quarter. And that is a 4-yard run for Morris on the QB keep. And the extra point is no good. That makes it 13-7 in favor of the Park Rapids area Panthers here with 16 seconds to go before the halftime. We'll take one more break, maybe, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports with the kickoff. And no, we're just not gonna do the break. We're having some issues here with our buttons. I want to thank our sponsors, including Racer Construction, Wolf & Simon Real Estate, and True North Mechanical for making today's broadcast possible between the Panthers and the Nuggets. That one's taken at about the 15. And getting wrapped up at the 35-yard line on the return, I believe that was Lincoln Midtune. And it was. So 1st and 10, Hawley Nuggets, barring a defensive penalty, this will likely be the final play of the first half. Nuggets will get the ball at the 36. Certainly looks like a pass play. We'll see if that turns out to be the case. Low snap. And a screen pass is miscommunicated there. Carson Kopacek was the intended receiver, but he went up the field and did not stay back for that screen pass. So 2nd down and 10 now. They'll get another crack at it with 5.3 seconds to go. So barring another incomplete pass like that one or a defensive penalty, this could be the final play of the first half. And he's going to keep it. Nelson across midfield, 45-40, pushed out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it at. Pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So that will be the final play of the first half. We move to halftime now on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. It's the Park Rapids Area Panthers 13 and the Hawley Nuggets 7. We will take a timeout, and when we return, we'll go over the first half numbers and all that good stuff and see what kind of halftime entertainment we have, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
At Great Clips, we use online check-in to help NHL player Jack Hughes achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details. He's confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Cale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120 for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf and Simon Real Estate, 1217 First Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
I have 3 amazing kids, and it can be a bit complicated.
All right, you guys, you ready?
But there's nothing else like it in the world.
Bye, honey.
Traveling with kids is on another level.
Yay, let's go.
I appreciate all the extra help I can get when we fly.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm honored to get every passenger to their destination.
I'm so grateful that I've been able to fly with my 3 young kids.
At Frontier, we get it. We're flyers too, and we believe the sky is for everyone.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
All right, welcome back. Frontier Airlines halftime show begins now. The Park Rapids area Panthers leading the Hawley Nuggets 13-7 here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Want to say hi to Bo, who's watching tonight. I just got your text. I'll respond to you here when I get a moment to do so. I would respond on air, but that particular response should probably be an off-air one. How we got to the 13-7, it was no score after one. The first quarter included nobody scoring. Matter of fact, nobody did pretty much anything in that first quarter of play, to be honest with you. And then late in the first quarter, the Park Rapids Panthers started to threaten, but they would not score until their first couple plays of the second quarter. And it would be Blake Morris connecting to Matt Johanning on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The extra point would be good, and at that point, it would be 7-0 Panthers. Scoot ahead to about the midway point of the second quarter, and Hawley's Lucas Skank would take it in from 5 yards out on a 5-yard touchdown run, and with the extra point, the Nuggets would tie the game at 7-7. And I know it says 13-6 there, but it is 13-7. So trust, we'll get that fixed. And then late in the second quarter, with about maybe 13 seconds left in the second quarter, it would be Blake Morris on a quarterback keeper taking it in from 4 yards out. The extra point would be missed, and that brings us to our 13-7 score. There we go. I think it's fixed now. Oh, maybe not. No. Okay, tell you what, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll get this fixed, and we'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
All right, told you to get it fixed. We have about 6 minutes before the second half kickoff coming up here. It's 13-7 in favor of the Park Rapids area Panthers over the Hawley Nuggets. Nuggets down on that end of the field there, huddling up. And the Panthers, I believe, have some secret locker room behind the left corner of the end zone there, but their student section is getting ready to welcome them back along with their mascot. This is the first year that Park Rapids has had a mascot. So if you have not met the Panther mascot yet, now you have a chance to meet him. First time I met him was a couple weeks ago at a volleyball game here in Park Rapids, and now I see him here at the football field. So very, very, I like it. I like it. If there's one thing I've never done in high school, I never had a chance to be the mascot. And out of baseball and football and basketball and soccer, I probably would have been the best as a mascot, to be honest with you. So, but Anyways, enough about me. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here and see if we can get some scores on some of the other AA games. Once again, in progress and possibly at halftime right now would include, let's see here if I can pick this one up really quick. Barnesville and Crookston are playing. That game's being played in Barnesville. The winner of that game will play the winner of Frazee and Warroad, and those two teams are meeting in Frazee tonight. And then we have the Park Rapids Hawley game here, and then the third game, or the fourth game, I should say, Pelican Rapids at home taking on Roseau. And let's go ahead and check the out-of-town scoreboard and see if we have any scores on those games here. Frazee is up on Warroad at halftime. The score is 22-6 in favor of the Hornets. The Barnesville Trojans, with 10 minutes left in the first half, have a 54-0 lead over Crookston. So it looks like Barnesville might advance unless Crookston can come up with some magic there in the second half. Pelican Rapids is also taking care of business over the Roseau Rams. They are up 47-6 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter of play. So 47-6, 54-0, 22-6, and here it's 13-7. A little bit closer game here. This game could possibly go either way. Once again, the last time these two teams met up was back on Friday, September 29th, and the Panthers got the better of the Nuggets by 3 points in a final score of 30-27. So once again, if those scores hold, it's likely going to be Barnesville taking on Frazee, and it's likely going to be Pelican Rapids taking on the unknown. We can't really say we have a winner here yet because we don't have a one-sided, lopsided score like those other three games do. So if those scores hold, it'd be Frazee going to Barnesville. And then if Pelican Rapids can hang on to their tremendous lead, the winner of this game will travel to Pelican Rapids to take on the Vikings in the semifinal. And then the winners of those two games will travel to the Fargo Dome on November 3rd at 5:30 p.m. To crown a champion and get a chance to go to the AA state tournament. Barnesville, of course, the reigning AA champion, state champion from last year, as they took out Chatfield, the team that took them out in the semifinals the year before. And speaking of Chatfield, they're playing Winona Cotter tonight. Don't have a score on that one just yet. That one, the reason why we don't have a score on that one is because that one kicked off about 6 minutes ago. All the ones here got about an hour head start on that one. So a couple of the other games in progress right now. New York Mills has a 14-0 lead over West Central area with 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Mesabi East leading in International Falls 36-14. That is a AA score. Once again, in our neck of the woods, it's Frazee 22-6, as that one has just reached halftime over the Warroad Warriors. Barnesville with a 54-0 lead over Crookston, and Pelican Rapids with 2 minutes left in the second quarter have a 47-6 lead over the Roseau Rams. Here it's 13-7 in favor of the Panthers. Other games, Crosby Ironton with a 12-8 lead over Atkin with 11 minutes left in the second. And all the other games that we could potentially report on don't kick off until 7 p.m. So those games are just now getting started. And those are the scores that we have for you here. We will have some AAA football for you next week. The DGF Rebels will host the winner. I believe it's East Grand Forks and Thief River Falls, if I remember correctly. I have that chart with me. Yes, DGF will face the winner of East Grand Forks and Thief River Falls. And right now it is East Grand Forks and Thief River Falls knotted up at 7-7 at halftime. And then the other game that we'll have for you next week on the AAA side will be the Perham Yellow Jackets taking on the winner of Morris area, Shokayo and Alberta, and Fergus Falls. And let's see, right now Fergus Falls has a 12-0 lead over Morris area, Shokayo, Alberta, and that game is at halftime. So there you go. Those are your nearby local AA and AAA scores here, as we have about 49 seconds and then maybe another 3 minutes, or maybe I was talking and I missed the 3 minutes and we'll have 40 seconds to go. I don't know. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in either 30 seconds or 3 minutes and 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
One in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
All right, welcome back. So get ready to start the second half. And that's taking up the middle, and he has one man to beat, and he could go all the way. And he will. He'll beat that man and take in the second half kickoff into the end zone for the touchdown is Jaden Wallen. Took 13 seconds off the clock, and it's 19-7 with the point after attempt on the horizon here. It was an 84-yard return for a kick, for a touchdown. And they'll go for the two-point conversion, but he's going to be short.
The extra point is no good. There was 11:46 to go in the third quarter. The Anchors go up 19-7 over the Nuggets.
So the extra point, no good. 19 as they went for two. I'm going to write that down here. Two-point conversion was no good, not the extra point. So an 84-yard touchdown return for kickoff return for a touchdown by Wallen. And what a way to start the third quarter of play. I don't think anybody expected that one. That's the first kickoff or punt return for a touchdown that I've seen this year. Not saying it hasn't happened, but it's the first time it's happened when I was in attendance for the game. Blake Morris connects with Joe Hanning on a 13-yard touchdown pass early in the second quarter. Hawley responds to tie the game at 7 on a 5-yard run by Lucas Skank. And then Noah Morris on the QB keeper on a 4-yard touchdown run to make it 13-7. And now Wallen on the 84-yard touchdown off the kick return. Last 2 point after attempts for Park Rapids have failed, and we said that 19-7 as a result. Now Hawley has a chance to. This is a big drive here for the Hawley Nuggets. They want to get back into this game and not let that kick return stay on their minds. We do have a flag on the play. Looks like it is holding on the Nuggets. So it'll still be 1st and 10.
against the Nuggets. On the return, block in the back.
So the other penalty was a block in the back.
The Nuggets back to the 21-yard line where they will start 1st and 10.
Noah Nelson will hand it off. Or no, he'll keep it. He faked me out for a moment, but he didn't fake out our cameraman. And he'll pick up about 4 yards on that play. There's no flag on that play. Just forgot to turn off the notification. Nelson looks to pass, and he tried to avoid the pressure, but then he's brought down in the backfield. He is sacked. That is the first sack of the game, and it is Josiah Perea with the sack there for the Park Rapids area Panthers. And another loss for the Hawley Nuggets. So the Nuggets starting out the third quarter here on their first possession, similar to how they started out their first possession in the first quarter. Let's hope for the Nuggets' sake that it's not a repeat of the first quarter. Otherwise, that's going to be a tough hill to climb in the fourth quarter. They need to get something going here sooner than later. Nelson will look to pass. He avoids the pressure. And this time he does not get sacked, at least not initially, but he will be brought down on a quarterback keeper. He picks up maybe 3, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, plus about 1 more, maybe 2 more. So 4th and 9 is what they'll officially mark it as. And ball at the, looks like the 22, maybe the 23. As I look on our monitor, it looks closer to the 22, so we'll go with that. And the punt is away. And this one will take a Nuggets bounce past the 30, and it rolls to a stop at about the 27. So nice punt there. Get the bounce and the roll, and makes it an even better punt for the Nuggets. And now after an 84-yard kick return for a touchdown to open the second half, the Park Rapids Panthers will have their official first possession. First offensive drive of the second half here with about 9:10 to go in the third quarter. And he's still on his feet, but he gets brought down there. One of them was Jack Ames. He had it was number 60, Blake Donner. So they're saying Blake Donner had the initial tackle, and then Ames assisted on that tackle. So 1st and 10 as they place the nose of the ball on the 40. Send 2 receivers, 1 far out, 2 near, and 2 men in the backfield. Hand it off, and he'll find a little, well, he didn't get too far on that one. He gets wrapped up right at the 40. Got back to the line of scrimmage on the carry there for the Panthers was Jaden Wallen. Blake Bigger with the tackle there for the Nuggets.
Ball still resting just inside the 40-yard line.
Three receivers set with Johanning going in motion. Then he circles back around. And Morris will go to the outside. And he will keep it, and he'll be brought down, and a flag comes in. I think that's going to be on the Nuggets, but we'll see. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be on the Panthers instead. What the referee saw in the backfield there was different from what I saw, and that's why I thought it was on the Nuggets to start with. Clock is stopped with 7:41 to go here. Ball on the 40-yard line prior to the penalty. And now they'll back it up to the 30, it looks like.
10-yard penalty marked off. Brings up second down and 10 for Panthers. Make that 20.
Yeah, I was just going to say 2nd and 20 is what it should be. And it is. Now they'll start the clock. 7:37 and counting. 20 on the play clock. Panthers will break the huddle, send two receivers to the far side. One to each side, I should say. Tight end to the right side, and now he is looking here for Ryan Carroll, and he caught it! Ryan Carroll catches it and gets brought down inside the 35-yard line. Though looks like they'll mark it at the 34. That's a pickup of 36 yards if I did my mental math across the 50 correctly. And it's a first down for the Panthers. Nice catch there by Ryan Carroll. Now you got Blake Morris near side with Johanning to the far side. They'll fake the handoff. Morris will look to throw. He's got some pressure, and he's going to be brought down. On the tackle there is Blake Donner. He'll record the sack for the Hawley Nuggets on the Panther quarterback. And after a big play on offense for the Panthers, the Nuggets respond with a big play of their own on defense. .6:27 to go here and counting. Second down and second or third down? No, it's second down and 20. So a loss of about 10 on that play. Ball right at the 44-yard line as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter here. And now a timeout has been called. We're going to keep it here. I want to thank our sponsors, including Racer Construction, Wolf & Simon Real Estate, and True North Mechanical, along with Budget Blinds, for making tonight's broadcast possible here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Other scores from 8AA. Last time we checked in, it was Barnesville all over Crookston at halftime, 54-0. Frazee had a 22-6 lead at halftime over Warroad. No update on that game that I have at this time. And Pelican Rapids had a comfortable lead over the Roseau Rams approaching halftime. And then the game that we have here, Park Rapids and Hawley. So the winner of this game will more than likely travel to Pelican Rapids unless Roseau can come up with some last two-quarter magic. Once again, they were down a lot last time I checked. This game here is the closest game of the four. Frazee and Warroad, like I said, 22-6. A similar score to this one at 19-7, but that's the second closest game. The other two are pretty much one-sided at the moment. So it looks like Barnesville and Pelican Rapids will advance, and it'll be the other two teams that we got to keep an eye on. That is Johanning with the catch. He gets it over the original line again, picks up about 3 more or so. So 2nd and 20 will turn into 3rd and about 7, maybe 3rd and 8, depending on where they spot the ball at. So it will indeed be 3rd and 7. Noah Morris, he's looking for Blake Morris. Did he catch it or did it bounce off the ground? I'm not sure. It looks like it. No, they're saying he caught it. Nice catch there by by Blake Morris. Sorry, get the two Morrises mixed up there. Noah Morris completes the pass to Blake Morris. So it brings up a 4th down and 5, and it looks like the Panthers are going to go for it here. Last time the Panthers had a 4th down, I believe it was 4th and 22, something like that. They pulled off a fake punt and got a 1st down off of it. Looks like I didn't see a punt unit come in. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. And a whistle and timeout, Park Rapids. So 19-7 on our Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. We'll be back in just a moment.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf and Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right, welcome back. Checking out the AA scoreboard. Pelican Rapids is now up 55-6 over Roseville with about a minute left in the second quarter. So that one's at halftime pretty much. And that's going to be close to a 1st down. I don't know if he got it. I think he might be a little bit short. And if that is, that'd be a turnover on downs. Will they bring out the chains to measure? No, they will not. It is a turnover on downs, and Hawley will get the ball back on the 29-yard line. At the end of the first half, Barnesville has a 68-0 lead over Crookston. That's at halftime, folks. Kind of had a feeling that Barnesville might pick up a win in that game, but I didn't really think it would be that kind of a win, to be honest with you. And at halftime, Frazee with a 22-6 lead over War Road at halftime. So two of the three games are at halftime. The Pelican Rapids game about to be at halftime here any moment. They have about a minute left to go in the second quarter of play. Pickup of about 2 on that play. Cloudy sky. We drop below 50 now. We're at 48 degrees here in Park Rapids. Got my hooded sweatshirt on with the Magnitude logo. And I'm staying nice and warm. And now a whistle momentarily stopped play here. Not sure. Head referee giving a warning or something to the, I don't know. I don't know if it was a warning, but he was definitely talking to the Hawley side of the field. Not exactly sure what went down in that conversation, to be honest with you. And now we have more stoppage, and now he's going to go and come talk to the Park Rapids side. And oh, they want to reset the clock to 3 minutes and 1 second. That's what they're discussing. So they're going to add about 9 seconds to the current time on the clock. There we go. Got that added. 3:01 to go. And we finally get back to play now. Park Rapids fans stomping their feet, trying to cheer on the Panther defense here to get them to hold on a 3rd and 1. Ball's on the 34-yard line. Noah Nelson takes a snap, and he'll hand it off. And I don't think he got the first down. I think he's going to be short. It's going to be close. He's going to be very, very, very short. It looked like he got it right to the 35-yard line. The first down marker's just a hair beyond the 35-yard line. They're going to award the first down. So a first down for the Hawley Nuggets with 2:44 to go here in the first quarter. And that's through the hands of Stoa. It may have been a little bit overthrown, not 100% sure. But it was intended for Stoa. And incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Once again, the other 3 AA games are currently at halftime. This one is likely going to finish up first. We probably won't get you final scores, but we probably can give you a pretty good guess at who the winners will be based on the current scores. We'll put it that way. Noah Nelson looks to pass. This time he does find his receiver. And getting tripped up over the 50-yard line there is Levi Lelm. They'll give him forward progress into Panthers' side of the field at about the 48-yard line. And that's a nice pickup. Going down the middle. We talked about that in the keys of the game. And a nice run there by Jack Ames. Picks up 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Norris will throw, and it is picked off. It is intercepted by Carter Hurt. And they will turn over the Hawley Nuggets and get themselves a 1st and 10 with under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter, all the way back at their own 9-yard line. So now both teams have intercepted the opposing quarterback once in this game so far. Both teams probably had an opportunity to intercept the opposing quarterbacks about 5 or 6 times, but officially only one for each team were successful. Yeah. They're not going to get it off. That's going to be a delay of game on the Panthers, and that will back them up. I don't know if that's 5 yards or half the distance since they're at the 9. We're about to find out. So it is half the distance. So I'll place the ball at about the 4-yard line. They're going to reset the clock to 53 seconds. Now they reset it. Noah Morris will keep it himself for a short gain. And that will likely be the last play of the third quarter. I don't think they're going to try and snap it here. And even if they were to try, I don't think they'd be successful. And that will do it for quarter number 3. On the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard, it's the Park Rapids area Panthers 19 and the Hawley Nuggets 7. We'll take a break. And when we return, we'll have the fourth quarter for you here in just a moment on Magnitude Sports. Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120 for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
All right, start of the fourth quarter here at Vern Weekly Field. And the Park Rapids Panthers have the ball on their own 5-yard line, 2nd down and 14. And Morris out of his own end zone will fire over the middle, and it falls incomplete. I'll stop the clock with 11:54, bring up 3rd down. They have started the third quarter in Pelican Rapids. The Vikings have the football and the lead. A 7 o'clock kickoff between Wadena Deer Creek and Monaga, and the Wolverines have a 7-6 lead over the Braves. That's a double-A score for you. Pelican Rapids, like I said, 10 minutes left in the third. They're up 55-6 over the Roseau Rams. Morris will work out of his end zone again, and he just overthrows his receiver. I believe that's Joe Hanning, and it was. Joe Hanning, the intended receiver on that play there. Now it's, oh, hold on, there's a flag, and it's on the Nuggets. So the Panthers will get a little more breathing room out of the end zone here. Roughing the passer, so it'll be a personal foul, a free 15 yards and a lot of breathing room. High snap, Morris will keep it. He'll try and find a hole, and that hole collapses quickly there. Maybe got a yard or two, but not much. Must say to Thomas, I must have gotten Noah and Blake mixed up earlier in the broadcast, and if I did, I apologize for that. It wouldn't have been the first time this season I did that. But thanks for chiming in and on the chat there. Appreciate it. Here's Blake Morris with a pitch to the outside there for, I believe that's Wallen on the carry. And it is indeed. Can't quite get too much on that. Picked up maybe a yard or two, and that's... Well, they picked. Looks like he picked up more than a yard or two. Eyes are a little deceptive there. 3rd and 4. So they'll give him 5 on that one. Ball's on the 26-yard line. And through the pressure he throws, and Stoa was the closest one there. It may have deflected off his outstretched fingertips there, but he couldn't lock in an interception. If the Nuggets could come up with a big defensive play like they almost got there, then they would get the ball back probably, well, let's see here, 4th and 5, so they'll probably get the ball back right now here, as I would guess that Park Rapids would punt in this situation. Now, keep in mind, they did pull off a fake punt earlier in this game on a 4th and long. So we'll see if they punt it away or if they try something else like that. No, they will punt it away this time. And that'll take a bounce. It'll take a what originally looked to be a Hawley bounce, and then it turned into a Park Rapids bounce, and that'll be down to close to the 35-yard line here. So Hawley has 9 minutes and 47 seconds. The key right here for the Nuggets is they need to score on this drive. Because if they don't score on this drive and give Park Rapids another possession, that could potentially be the dagger, the way this game has gone so far. Now, both of these teams have had offensive possessions that have resulted in pretty much nothing, and then a little bit later they would get like a great possession, a great drive down the field, and that's been the case for both of these teams. And right now the Nuggets need one of those great drives that we talked about. Nelson Oh, and his receiver didn't turn around in time, and the ball will fall incomplete. Jack Ames was the intended target on that pass there. 2nd down and 10 with the clock stopped at 9:42. Took 5 seconds off the clock on that incomplete pass. So bring up 2nd down and 10 with the ball on the 35-yard line here for the Hawley Nuggets. You're probably going to see more passing now than you have up to this point. And it certainly looks like a pass formation. He'll send it in motion. And no flag on the play, so Blake Morris with some great coverage there on Zach Liebach, who was the intended target on that pass from Nelson. So that brings up 3rd down and 10 now. .22 on the game play clock. Stoa breaks 1 tackle, breaks a 2nd tackle, then loses the football. Out of bounds. Did the Panthers get to it before it went out of bounds? That's the question. I couldn't tell with the sideline standing in front. My gut tells me it's still Hawley's ball. And my gut will be wrong. It'll be a fumble recovery for the Park Rapids area Panthers. So they'll take over 1st and 10 on the Nuggets 46-yard line. And now the Nugget defense needs to make a stand here. They didn't get anything accomplished on that, but they only lost about 30 seconds of game time before that fumble. So they still have an opportunity here if their defense can step up. And that's a good way for the defense to step up. There for the Hawley Nuggets as it's Jack Ames wrapping up the ball carrier in the backfield for a TFL. The Hawley Nuggets do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. The Panthers only have 1 timeout remaining. So keep that in mind. That's going to be a benefit for Hawley here if they can get the ball back. Essentially, Hawley would like to get the ball back, score, and save those 3 timeouts for potentially the next Park Rapids offensive possession. They'll hand it off. They'll go up the middle, and there's a flag in the backfield. And I have a feeling that's on the Panthers. We'll see for sure here. And it is on the Panthers. Holding is the call. That'll back them up. So the clock is stopped with 8:31 now. So the penalty will keep it 2nd down. Pelican Rapids and Roseau now at the end of the 3rd quarter. Pelican Rapids with a 55-6 lead. Keep you up to date on those other 2 games here momentarily. Looks like we have some time to check on those right now. With 5 minutes left in the 3rd, Barnesville has increased their lead to 74-0. And Frazee, at last report, had a 22-6 lead at halftime. No update on that game at this time. Let's just say I'd rather report a 74-0 score than broadcast it. I'll be honest with you there. Very thankful that I'm here in Park Rapids tonight. Let's put it that way. Morris looking downfield. I can't even see. Oh, Stoa had the coverage. Man, that was an arm. He had to throw that 55 yards to get it all the way down there. It'd fall incomplete. So that'll be 4th down now. And a chance here with 8:04 to go for the Hawley Nuggets to get an offensive possession, march down the field, and potentially put it into the end zone here. And if they can, then they'll be in good standing with 3 timeouts remaining. But first things first, they got to get the ball and score, and they can't turn it over like they did last time on that fumble that we thought may have been out of bounds, but they did rule it a Panther recovery. That will take a Panther roll into the end zone. Oh, wow, what a play. Wrigley Clark, right at the goal line, swats it back into the field of play. And the Hawley Nuggets are backed up at about their 1-yard line. Thought for sure that was going to be a touchback, but Wrigley Clark, with quite possibly the special teams play of the game, not to overshadow that 84-yard kick return to start the second half by Wallen on special teams, but man, that you see that in the NFL all the time. I can't recall if I've ever seen that in a high school game. I'm sure it's happened, but not when I've been around. Nice play by Wrigley Clark. There's 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and Pelican Rapids maintaining that 55-6 lead. So that one should go final here shortly. And the Nuggets, ball carrier there is Lucas Skank. And he'll pick up some breathing room there, about 4 yards or so. They're going to say only a gain of 2. So in that case, it'll be 2nd and 8. 7.5 to go here. So if the Nuggets can get the ball into the end zone, say before the 5-minute mark, that would be ideal. But they got a long way to go. Norris is going to keep it, and he'll move the Nuggets up to about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. Pick up of possibly 2 on the play. So 3rd and 6 is what they're going to call it. Panther fans cheering on their defense. Norris avoids pressure, lofts it up, and it's batted down. Blake Morris bats it down. The intended receiver there was Zach Liebach. And that brings up 4th down. Hawley will take a timeout, and so will we. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
All right. 6:37 to go here in the fourth quarter of play here at Vern Weekly Field in Park Rapids. Mike Mason with you here on the call. Janice working the scoreboard. And guess who's working the camera? Me. Fourth down and 6. Not the situation the Nuggets want to be in, but it's the situation that they are in. And it's pretty much, are they going to punt it? No, they're not. And I agree with this call here. This will more than likely be the game. They need at least 6 yards. That would be the focus, unless they can get them to jump, and then they might need just 1 yard, and that might be just what happened. And it is indeed a penalty on the Panthers. So not only will that give them some breathing room out of the end zone, it'll give them a 4th and 1 instead of a 4th and 6. So the ball's placed on the 10-yard line. They have to get to the 11 for a first down. Noah Nelson under center this time. And the QB sneak, and does he fall forward? Yes, I think he got it. I think he got the first down. So some new life here for Hawley. Low snap. Nelson does a good job of picking that one up, but he cannot make the connection with his receiver. Throw was a little bit low. The intended target there was Zach Liebach. I want to say hi to Thomas. Thank you so much, Thomas, for the compliments. Appreciate it. So 1 man in the backfield and 3 receivers set here for Hawley. Nelson looking to pass. He's got Stoa. It's caught at the 20. He tries to get around one would-be tackler, but he does successfully wrap him up close to the 23-yard line. Pickup of about 12 on the play. No scoring in the first quarter, and so far no scoring here in the fourth quarter. All the scoring came in the middle 2 quarters, in the second and third. Nelson sends a man in motion. Low snap, looks to pass. Now he'll keep it himself as he goes up the middle. He has a nice hole, getting it up to about the 30-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play, inside 6 minutes to go. And that should be just shy of a first down by about 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3, I believe. Yep. And over the middle, nice catch there. I believe that's Stoa, and it is. And they go over the middle, and that's kind of what we said in the keys of the game here. Every team that's gone over the middle has been able to pick up positive yardage. And the Hawley Nuggets looking promising here with 5 minutes to go, but they got to hurry. They still have they have 2 of their 3 timeouts remaining here. They're going to want to keep those 2 timeouts in their back pocket and hopefully get the ball into the end zone here. But they still got 60-plus yards to go. Nelson looking for a deep pass. Stoa after it, and I think the Park Rapids fans wanted some offensive pass interference there. But on defense there was Landon Strasburg for the Panthers. It was close. It could have gone either way. But like I said, based on, I got the Panther fans in front of me here, so heard a few of them kind of indicate that they thought there was a penalty there, but the referees would disagree. So fans call one, the official doesn't. Nelson is going to get wrapped up in the backfield there by Ryan Carroll. And that is a sack and a loss. Ball at the 32. It's a loss of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 15. Nelson. He will keep it himself, and he'll bring it up to about the 40. It's going to leave him short of the first down by about 8 yards approximately. But there's a flag on the play, so hold that thought for a moment. Clock is stopped with 3:49. It's on the Nuggets, so the fans call holding call, and they do get it right that time. Not that they didn't get it right last time, but the officials just didn't agree with them last time. So after a lengthy delay here, they're finally going to mark off the yardage on the penalty, at least I think. And things are looking a little grim here for the Hawley Nuggets. They need to play some perfect football here in the final 3:49 if they want a chance to cut into this 19-7 deficit that they're facing. 3rd down and 25. This play here could be the game. Norris. He will get brought down. It is a loss of 3 yards, and on the sack there for the Panthers is Matt Johanning. This 6'1" senior brings down Noah Nelson. And it's 4th down and 28. So that last play wasn't the game. This will be if they don't pick up 28 yards. Nelson looking to pass. He avoids the rush, and he gets brought down again, and that will be a turnover on downs, and that will more than likely seal the deal here for the Park Rapids area Panthers. Ryan Carroll with his 2nd sack of the game and back-to-back sacks for the Panthers. Taking a look at some other scores here. 2 minutes left in the 4th. Pelican Rapids leading Roseau 55-6. 5 minutes left in the 3rd. 74-0 Barnesville over Crookston. And still 22-6 at halftime. I'm sure that game is beyond halftime now, but that's the last report I had between Frazee and Warroad, with Frazee leading. And the ball carrier there was, I couldn't see who got up from the bottom of the pile there. I think it might have been Ryan Carroll, but I'm not 100% sure. And he's going to cut to the outside. Morris, or check that. That is Wallen into the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown. And it is now 25-7 on the 7-yard touchdown run by Wallen. It's his second touchdown actually it's his third touchdown. No, I take that back. It's his second touchdown. (25-7) the score, and the point after attempt coming up here. They'll go for the extra point, and it'll be Wallen to kick. And holding it for Wallen will be Noah Morris. Kick is up, right down the middle and good. And add one more to the Panther side of the scoreboard. 26-7 with their extra point. They are 2 for 4 on point after attempts now here in this game. And with 2:15 to go, it's not looking good for Hawley. But this is the wide world of sports, so you just never know. You just never know. We'll keep it here. Once again, I thank our sponsors for their help this evening to make this game possible, including Racer Construction, Wolf & Simon Real Estate, True North Mechanical, Budget Blinds, Frontier Airlines bringing you your halftime show. We're on with Great Clips. Download the Great Clips app to find a location nearest you. And the kick is received at about the 10. .209 to go. Hawley not giving up here. They're going with a 4-receiver set. Norris will look to pass, and this time he completes the pass, and it's a little pitch that's bobbled and picked up and nearly stripped away. So the pass was completed to Zach Liebach, and he would pitch it away to Levi Lelm to try and gain some extra yardage, and they will take a timeout. And Hawley Nuggets have one timeout remaining. So now both teams have one timeout in their pocket with 1:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. It'll be, I think it's second down and not first down. I'm almost confident that it's second down. They just haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet. Wallen on the 7-yard touchdown run, putting the exclamation point on this one to give them the 26-7 lead. And a couple ticks inside, 2 minutes to go here. And it's going to be pass, pass, pass here for Hawley. If they are able to score, the only way they're going to have a chance to get the ball back more than likely is possibly on an onside kick. But first things first, they got to score to get that opportunity. Nelson fires. Stoa had it and dropped it. Oh, man. That's the fourth or fifth pass that Stoa has dropped tonight. Even if they got, let's see here. Yeah, even if they scored 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions, they'd still be a little bit short of that 26-point mark. But it's nice to see them passing the ball and still trying to make something happen here. They do have a timeout, but they're going to go up to the line here and get this play snapped here with 1:45 and counting. Nelson drops back to pass. He's looking over the middle. He fires over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver was Zach Liebach. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. See if any of these other ones have gone final yet. It is final. Pelican Rapids defeats Roseau 55-6. That's a final. So the winner of this game will travel to Pelican to take on the Vikings. And it looks like that winner will be Park Rapids. And it is also final in Barnesville. Crookston was able to get on the board, but they fall 74-6 to the Barnesville Trojans. So 2 of the 4 games are final now. And that is a catch by Liebach. He will try and find a hole, and then he gets pummeled to the ground just inside, just across the 50-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Nuggets as they hurry to the line. Nelson takes a quick snap, and he fires, and it's caught. That time it is Liebach once again on the reception as the Hawley Nuggets are moving the ball down the field. Maybe a little too late. Too little too late here for the Nuggets. They still have that 1 timeout. They needed to do this earlier in this quarter, if not the 3rd quarter. Nelson will keep it himself, and he's got a lot of room. And he's going to tuck it in. He's going to run out of bounds to stop the clock close to the 16 or 17-yard line. Stops the clock with 59.3 seconds to go. Nelson looking, and it is caught, I believe. Waiting for the signal. Levi Lelm with the touchdown. It's a 16-yard pass from Noah Nelson to Levi. Oh, no, hang on. There's a flag on the play. It's in the end zone, so it's probably on Park Rapids. So hold the phone just a moment here. If the touchdown stands, it would be a 16-yard pass. Looks like it is. It is on the Panthers. So put the touchdown on the board. It is a 16-yard pass from Nelson to Levi Lelm. And now the point after attempt. They'll try for 2. Noah Nelson will take it in for 2 points. 2-point conversion is good, and that makes it 26-15. And that leaves us with 53.6 seconds on the clock. So it's good to see Hawley work that ball down the field. But like I said, it might be too little too late here. They're going to go for the onside kick. The best they can do is 24. If they were to score again and get a 2-point conversion, it'd be 26-24. So they're going to need a little bit of luck on their side here if they're going to figure out some sort of comeback here. I mean, that drive down the field was an excellent one there by the Hawley Nuggets. And if they could get some sort of turnover or an onside kick here, is that's probably what they're discussing in the huddle right now, is how they're going to get the ball back and duplicate that drive they just had. Like I said, if they're able to get the ball back and do what they just did and convert on a 2-point conversion, then it would be 26-24 at that point. All right, so with the penalty, they get to move the kickoff up to the Panther 45-yard line. Right now the Panthers have a guy back on their own 11-yard line to receive what would potentially be a kick, but I don't see this being a kickoff. We'll see what they come out with the play here. I would presume it'd be an onside kick if they're going to try and come up with some sort of miracle here to get 10 points in 53 seconds. Actually, they would need 11 points or 12 to win in 53 seconds. So, all right, let's see what Hawley can do here if they can get the ball back. They're going to go ahead and kick it deep. And it was touched and it was pushed out of bounds. That's going to be Panther football. The ball was touched by a Panther and maybe a Nugget, too, when it went out of bounds, so there'll be no flag on the play. Usually there's a flag if a kickoff goes out of bounds, but it was touched by at least one player from each team. I'm not sure what the referees are discussing here. They're probably discussing where to spot the ball at. Looks like one referee is saying the 6-yard line. Or, I'm sorry, the 11-yard line. So that was an interesting plan of attack there. Hawley hustled after that, kicking it towards that sideline. So in essence, it was an onside kick, but it was touched out of bounds by a Panther and or a Nugget. And now the Panthers have it at the 11-yard line in victory formation. They'll kneel down, and they will need to snap it one more time, and then this thing will be official. Coming up in our post-game show, we'll take a look at the numbers on this game. We'll take one more look at the scores from the other 3 AA games. We know that 2 of them have gone final. This one's about to go final, and we're not sure on the status of War Road and Frazee at the moment. We do know that Frazee was leading at halftime, but that'll do it. 2 kneel downs by Morris, and the Park Rapids area Panthers will defeat the Hawley Nuggets 26-15. Hawley certainly tried late there, but like I said, they tried a little too late. And they could not get it done. But a good game overall here. 26-15, your final score on the Wolf & Simon Real Estate scoreboard. The Park Rapids area Panthers will travel to Pelican Rapids next Saturday, the 28th, to play the Pelican Rapids Vikings, a team that they lost to last Wednesday by the score of 44-19. So we'll see if the Panthers can get one back on the Vikings or not, or the Vikings will put up a similar style of game. But congratulations to both teams here, as the Hawley Nuggets will have their season come to a conclusion with an overall record of 3-6, 3-5 versus section and conference opponents. They will finish the year 1-4 on the road and 2-2 at home. Once again, overall record 3-6 for the Hawley Nuggets. And for the Panthers, they'll move on to the semifinals with a 6-3 overall record. And they will take on the Pelican Rapids Vikings, who picked up a win tonight over the Roseville Rams by the score of 55-6. We'll take a look at the other scores, and we'll take a break, and we'll get this thing close to wrapped up here in just a moment when we return here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. 26-15, your final score here at Vern Weekly Field in Park Rapids in favor of the Park Rapids Panthers.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120 for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 First Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
Hi, this is Mike from Magnitude Sports. I'd like you to do me a favor if you would. Subscribe to this channel right here, Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. The channel is owned by a family I've known for over 2 decades and features some sports stars from previous Magnitude Sports broadcasts. So if you're the type of guy that likes fishing, hunting, dogs, you can get all that and more right here on the Dakota Fins and Feathers YouTube channel. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's educational, it's captivating, it's fun. It's Dakota Fins and Feathers Outdoors. Subscribe today.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers. It says end of third. It should say end of fourth. It should say final score. Once again, the Park Rapids area Panthers pick up the 26-15 win here over the Hawley Nuggets. There we go. Now it's officially final. They will move on to play Pelican Rapids in Pelican Rapids as the Vikings pick up a 55-6 win over Roseau tonight. So that game will be on Saturday at 2 p.m. in Pelican Rapids. Pelican Rapids, I think, will have that game on their YouTube channel. So Park Rapids fans, check that one out on the Pelican Rapids YouTube channel. I do believe that they'll have it. They've had all the games, so that's why I'm saying I do believe. But I don't work over there, so I could be wrong. Barnesville picked up a 74-6 win over Crookston tonight, and I don't have a final score update. I've been looking. The last report I can give you is that Frazee was leading 22-6 over Wool Road at halftime. Frazee, the winner of Frazee Wool Road, would go to Barnesville this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. And like I said, Frazee was leading 22-6 at halftime, but that was the last report I got from that particular game. So 3 of the 4 are final for sure. Frazee Woolward probably final. I just don't know what that final score is. So Pelican Rapids and Park Rapids, thankfully I won't have to do that game, and it's not because I don't want to, but when I did that game last Wednesday, I had a really hard time figuring out which Rapids team was which. If you tuned in and watched that broadcast, you probably know what I'm talking about there. So the Hawley Nuggets, once again, they finished their season at 3-6 overall, 3-5 against section and conference opponents, 1-4 on the road, 2-2 at home, with the loss tonight here at Park Rapids. And the Park Rapids area Panthers will move on to play the Pelican Rapids Vikings with a 6-3 overall record, 6-2 versus section and conference, and now 3-2 at home. And they'll take their 3-1 road record to Pelican Rapids and try and avoid a 3-2 road record. Let's put it that way. And like I said, those two teams played last Wednesday night. Pelican Rapids picked up a 44-19 win over the Park Rapids Panthers. So the Park Rapids Panthers will likely look at some tape from that game and try and figure out a few things they can do to avoid that much of a deficit going into that game. And one of the things that I remember from that game is it was a slow start by Park Rapids, kind of like the slow start they had tonight. Neither team scored in the first quarter. Neither team really got going until the second quarter when we saw 3 touchdowns, 2 from Park Rapids and 1 from Hawley in that second quarter of play. And then Park Rapids would, matter of fact, instead of pulling it off memory, let me just grab my scoring summary sheet here and tell you exactly what happened. So it was late in the second quarter, or early in the second quarter, excuse me, when Noah Morris would connect with Ryan Johanning on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The extra point would be good, and it'd be 7-0 at that point in favor of the Park Rapids Panthers. I said Ryan Johanning. I meant to say Matt Johanning. My apologies there. And then Hawley would strike back about 6-7 minutes later. They'd punch the ball. They'd work the ball down the field to the 5-yard line when Lucas Skank would take it in from 5 yards out. Extra point was good, and at that point the game would be tied 7-7. It would be right towards the end of the second quarter when Noah Morris would take it on a quarterback keeper from 4 yards out to give the Panthers a 13-7 lead as the extra point would fail. Actually, the extra point would fail. And then we would go to halftime with the Panthers leading 13-7. Panthers would get the ball on the kickoff on the to start the third quarter, and Jaden Wallen would take that ball at the 16-yard line, and he'd take it all the way to the house, 84 yards on the kick return for a touchdown to give the Panthers a 19-7 lead. The two-point conversion attempt following that was unsuccessful. And then the Panthers would strike again towards the end of the third quarter. It would be Wallen once again on a 7-yard touchdown run, and the extra point would be good, and that would be make the score 26-7 in favor of the Park Rapids area Panthers. And then at that point there was about 5 minutes and 40 seconds, I believe, remaining in the fourth quarter. The Hawley Nuggets would lose the ball on a fumble on the near sideline that we weren't sure if it went out of bounds or not, but the officials said that Park Rapids recovered that fumble. And then Park Rapids wouldn't be able to do much on that particular possession, and they would give the ball right back to the Hawley Nuggets. And then the Hawley Nuggets said, hey, it's go time. It's now or never. And they took a nice drive down the field, which ended in a 16-yard touchdown pass from Noah Nelson to Levi Lem. And the two-point conversion would be taken in by Noah Nelson himself. And that would make the score 26-15 with 53.6 seconds remaining in the ball game. Hawley Nuggets would call a timeout and talk things over in a huddle on the Hawley sideline for a couple of minutes, and they would come out, and what we expected to be an onside kick was actually a kick right down deep into the field. They'd hit it towards the near sideline. Hawley was scrambling after it. Park Rapids was in the vicinity too, and what it appeared to me is a Panthers player and a Nuggets player both swatted it out of bounds at about the same time, and that would prevent the Nuggets from getting the ball back, and all the Panthers had to do at that point was take 2 kneel downs to secure the victory. And they do just that by the final score, 26-15, and they move on to the semifinals to take on the Pelican Rapids Vikings in Pelican Rapids on Saturday at 2 p.m. So that's what's up next for the Park Rapids Panthers as we take a look at our schedule here. Once again, you can find the schedule on our website at magnitudesn.com. You can also follow us on all those social medias. As my good buddy Brad Anderson says, if you can't find us, you're not looking hard enough. I love that quote. I've stole it from him. I've said it about 5 times. I'm going to say it a few more times, but I like that a lot. So once again, if you go to our website, click on the schedule button, then you can see what's coming up here. Next Saturday, we will have 2 football games on the air for you. One of them from Perham. They'll take on the winner of East Grand Forks and Thief River Falls, and then Dilworth, Glendon, Felton will take on the winner of Morris area, Shokaya, Alberta, or Fergus Falls. And since we have this up, let's flip our scoreboard over to 3A and see if we can find out who's playing who. All right, so Dilworth, Glendon, Felton will play Morris area, Shokayo. Fergus Falls had a 12-0 lead in that, but Morris area, Shokayo, Alberta came back with 15 unanswered to win that game 15-12 over the Fergus Falls Otters. So it'll be Morris area, Shokayo, Alberta against Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. I'll have the call on that game from Glendon. And then Jason and Grant will have the call on the Perham game, and they will take on East Grand Forks as the Green Wave knocked off the Prowlers 28-7 tonight in that quarterfinal game. So it'll be Perham versus East Grand Forks, and it'll be Dilworth, Glendon, Felton versus Morris area, Shokayo, Alberta, for our 2 semifinal matchups this coming Saturday, one from Perham, one from Glendon. And then depending on who wins those games, we may have a championship game for you on November 3rd from the Fargo Dome. And then depending on what happens in that play-in round of the 8AA volleyball tournament, we may have some action for you on the volleyball court on October 27th and possibly November 4th. And then after all that's done, we have a little bit of a break, about 3.5 weeks? It's 3 weeks for sure before we head off to Perham for our first winter sports broadcast. They'll have the girls basketball, have the Yellow Jackets taking on the Henning Hornets. I've only broadcasted a couple Henning Hornets games in my time here at Magnitude Sports, but both of those games have been were really good ones. So we'll cross our fingers, see if we can get a hat trick of good games there to open off the winter sports season when the Perham Yellow Jackets host the Henning Hornets. And then 2 days later, the Lady Yellow Jackets will travel to Glendon and take on the DGF Rebels in girls basketball. And then we'll have our first boys basketball broadcast, at least we think, on Friday, December 1st when the Yellow Jackets take on the Atkin Gobblers. And then you can see there Perham Park Rapids. Park Rapids fans, your girls basketball team will make their winter debut on Friday, December 8th at the Hive in Perham, taking on the Yellow Jackets. And then December 14th, the Yellow Jackets will host the Barnesville Trojans in girls basketball. And we have a whole bunch of more girls basketball, boys basketball, and we even have some Park Rapids hockey on the schedule. So if you go to our website, once again, at magnitudesn.com, click on that schedule button, you can get a glimpse of what we have for the winter sports schedule. We still have some more basketball games to add to the schedule, and we still have some wrestling to add to the schedule. But once we get those two schedules added, then we'll know what our complete winter broadcast schedule will look like. And once again, you can find that out, what it is currently, at magnitudesn.com. You can follow us on Instagram using the handle Magnitude Sports or at MagnitudeSN. Click like, subscribe, click the bell, follow us and subscribe. Or if you're interested in financially supporting the channel, then click that join button. We have monthly plans available at $2.99 a month, no commitment. You can cancel anytime, no questions asked. And then Magnitude SN on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and also Magnitude SN on Threads, which, ask the young people if I'm right or wrong, but I believe that's like the son or daughter of Instagram, something like that. Nephew or niece, whatever. So thank you so much for tuning in. Here, let's take a look at the numbers. We didn't do that. It looks like those numbers didn't update, so we're going to go away from that. And because I know the Nuggets got at least one QB sack, and yeah, those numbers must not be working. So we will go away from that, and we'll just call this one a night here, as once again the Park Rapids area Panthers pick up a 26-15 victory over the Hawley Nuggets here tonight at Vern Weekly Field in Park Rapids. You can see that the fans are finally driving out of the parking lot, which is good news, because that means by the time I get to that parking lot, it should be mostly empty. So thank you so much for tuning in once again tonight. Thank you to our sponsors, Wolf & Simon Real Estate, Racer Construction. I want to say hi to Jim tuning in from Denver, North Carolina. Jim, you quite possibly saw the best game of the four tonight. I don't know if you were here. I know Jim cares, so I'm going to go through the finals once again. Barnesville, 74-6 winners over Crookston. Pelican Rapids 55-6 over Roseau, and then in this game here 26-15 in favor of the Panthers. And let's just check one more time to see if we got a final score from Frazee and Warroad, and we do not, I don't think. No, it's still showing 22-6 at halftime. So if Frazee is able to hold on to that win, they'll travel to Barnesville to take on the Trojans in the semifinal next Saturday at 2 p.m. And once again, our next two games on Magnitude Sports will be Saturday at 2 p.m. DGF Rebels take on Morris area, Chicago, Alberta. And the Perham Yellow Jackets will take on the East Grand Forks Green Wave in our two games Saturday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's going to wrap it up for us. We'll talk to you again soon here on Saturday for more playoff football here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Have a great night.
The preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for